Now, if the members of the Peachtree City Police Department who are here, if you want to come on up, this is a pretty big deal. So, Chief Dekmar, Chief Moon. Well, this is a pretty big deal. This is the CALEA Accreditation with Excellence presentation, which is awesome. And we are so thrilled to have Lou Dekmar, the Chief of Police from LaGrange here. Chief Dekmar is currently the second Vice President of the International Association of Chiefs of Police. He is past president of the Georgia Association of Chiefs of Police, a former council member, for the Georgia Peace Officer Standard and Council, and a past member of the Georgia Board of Public Safety. He has also served as a federal monitor for the U.S. Department of Justice Civil Rights Division, a graduate of the FBI National Academy and FBI Law Enforcement Executive Development Seminar. Dekmar holds a Bachelor of Science degree in Administration of Justice from the University of Wyoming and a Master's in Public Administration from the Georgia College and State University. He is an adjunct professor for several colleges and last year I was so happy that Chief Dekmar was a part of the selection panel for our new police chief, along with Debbie Britt and Pastor George Dillard. It was important to have someone on the panel like him because of the respect that so many have for him. Given the challenges that our city faced last year, it was important that our police force knew he was on the panel. We were very blessed to have Chief Moon chosen as our chief at that time, and we thank you for your service to our city.
As the former chair of CALEA, I can tell you that this award is only possible because the police department has worked consistently together as a team and committed themselves to professionalism through defined standards. As you know, a team of law enforcement professionals that are practitioners from North America came to Peachtree City to verify compliance with standards through policy, written directives, training, ride-alongs, public input, and in the course of doing that, generated an assessment report. That assessment report is assigned to a reviewing commissioner, and that commissioner, along with a panel of other commissioners, questioned the agency this past November in Miami. After considering the report and the appearance by the representatives of the police department, not surprisingly, a unanimous decision was made to confer reaccreditation upon the Peachtree City Police Department. In my opinion, the most significant aspect of the CALEA process is the opportunity for outsiders to come in and make an objective assessment of the agency. It's not a rubber stamp process, which is why of the over 18,000 law enforcement agencies in the country, less than 1,000 are accredited. Many agencies are reluctant to have outsiders come in, review their work, their processes, detail any deficiencies the agency may have. It involves risk. It also requires the department to be open to change and conduct business in a way that meet contemporary law enforcement standards. Once again, the Peachtree City Police Departments open themselves up to peer review and scrutiny, and as a result, will better be enabled to serve their community with transparency. And today, transparency is critical. But getting the facts is also critical. The real secret of police services is that it's really social work. Less than 10% of the interactions between the police and their citizens result in an arrest. In many agencies, such as Peachtree City, it's much less. Primarily what we do is mitigate, refer, problem solve, and develop relationships and partnerships to address community issues. In Peachtree City, in the last 3 years, there were over 180,000 calls for service or enforcement actions. They had almost 3,200 arrests. Of those 3,200 arrests, 2% of those police-citizen encounters resulted in an arrest of those 180,000 calls. And of those arrests, in the last 3 years, only 31 resulted in. Be it here known that the Peachtree City, Georgia Police Department, having fully demonstrated its voluntary commitment to law enforcement excellence by living up to a body of standards deemed essential to the protection of the life, health, safety, and rights of its citizens, and having exemplified the best professional practices in the conduct of its responsibilities for over 15 years, is hereby, upon the recommendation of the members of the Commission, awarded this Certificate of Advanced Meritorious Accreditation effective the 21st day of November 2015. gold standard with excellence. Congratulations, Mayor.
Captain Pye, Lieutenant Brown, y'all are front and center. I would be remiss if I tried to accept this on my behalf. I'm only accepting this as the chief of police for the men and women of this organization. The people that really need the credit is Captain Stan Pye, Lieutenant Mark Brown, and these men and women. They come to work every day, even through the challenges of last year. They never let the services to these citizens follow or even falter. They rose to the occasion. They drove on. By having CALEA processes, one of the 21st century task force policing pillars that came out of it is policy and oversight. Well, that's what CALEA processes do for us. It ensures we have policy and proper oversight so we can get some trust with our citizens. And it all works hand in hand through our community policing, and we're going to build trust and civic engagement. I was extremely pleased when we were before the commission and they actually made a comment about the 37 community members that came out and spoke on our behalf. So those of you that we invited in the audience tonight, thank you. We appreciate your support. We are your police department, and we're here to protect you. Congratulations, guys. Y'all did this.
No, y'all need to get together closer.
Man, you don't have to shoot anymore?
Not that wide.